To unfairly influence a decision or outcome in your favor. Nuance. This phrase comes from old weighing scales. If someone secretly pressed their thumb, it would change the result unfairly. Usage. Used in politics, business, or situations where fairness is expected. Examples. The referee was accused of putting his thumb on the scale for the home team. The manager put his thumb on the scale by promoting his friend instead of a more qualified employee. Social media algorithms sometimes put a thumb on the scale by favoring certain content. 2. Let me put it this way. Meaning. Used to rephrase something in a clearer, stronger, or more direct way. Nuance. Often signals that you're about to simplify or emphasize a point. Usage. Common in conversations, explanations, or arguments. Examples. Let me put it this way. If you don't study, you will fail. Let me put it this way. This job is not as easy as it looks. He said. Let me put it this way. We're running out of time. 3. Come to terms with. Meaning. To accept something difficult or unpleasant. Nuance. Implies emotional acceptance, not just understanding. Usage. Used for loss, failure, change, or reality. Examples. She struggled to come to terms with her failure. He finally came to terms with the fact that the relationship was over. It takes time to come to terms with big life changes. 4. To be subject to change. Meaning. Something is not final and may change. Nuance. Often used in formal or official contexts. Usage. Schedules, plans, policies, announcements. Examples. The meeting time is subject to change. Prices are subject to change without notice. The plan is still subject to change depending on conditions. 5. Pull out all the stops. Meaning. To do everything possible. Make maximum effort. Nuance. Very strong phrase. Implies full effort with no limits. Usage. Events, competitions, big goals. Examples. They pulled out all the stops for the wedding. The team pulled out all the stops to win the final match. We need to pull out all the stops to finish this project. 6. Weigh in on. Meaning. To give your opinion about something. Nuance. Often used when multiple people are sharing opinions. Usage. Discussions, debates, public opinions. Examples. Experts weighed in on the new policy. Everyone weighed in on the argument. The public is starting to weigh in on this issue. 7. Keep someone at arm's length. Meaning. To keep distance from someone emotionally or socially. Nuance. Not fully trusting or letting someone get too close. Usage. Relationships, friendships, workplace. Examples. He keeps his colleagues at arm's length. She kept him at arm's length after the argument. It's hard to build trust if you keep everyone at arm's length. 8. In the wake of. Meaning. After something important, often negative, has happened. Nuance. Usually used for serious events like disasters or major changes. Usage. News, formal writing. Examples. In the wake of the accident, safety rules were improved. The company suffered losses in the wake of the crisis. In the wake of the storm, many homes were damaged. 9. Call into question. Meaning. To create doubt about something. Nuance. Used when credibility or truth is challenged. Usage. Arguments, investigations, criticism. Examples. His actions called into question his honesty. The results call into question the reliability of the test. This decision calls into question the company's values. 10. Fall by the wayside. Meaning. To fail, be forgotten, or be left behind. Nuance. Often used when something starts but doesn't continue. Usage. Plans, goals, projects. Examples. Many small businesses fall by the wayside. His dreams fell by the wayside due to lack of effort. Good habits. Often fall by the wayside over time. 11. Bridge the gap. Meaning. To reduce differences or connect two things. Nuance. Often used for differences in understanding, skills, or relationships. Usage. Education, communication, relationships. Examples. Technology helps bridge the gap between countries. We need to bridge the gap between theory and practice. Good communication can bridge the gap in relationships. 12. For all intents and purposes. Meaning. In effect. Practically speaking. Nuance. Means something is, basically true, even if not 100% exact. Usage. Formal or semi-formal English. Examples. For all intents and purposes, the project is complete. He is, for all intents and purposes, the leader. The system is, for all intents and purposes, broken. Final tips to use these naturally. Use these phrases in speaking plus writing regularly. Try making your own sentences daily. Don't memorize. Practice in context. If